It is embargo day. It is lifted, and we finally can talk about this Weapon X team. How good are they gonna be? Obviously, they're designed for war offense, but should you be using this team on war defense? We're discussing all of that. We're taking a look at all of their kits, and without further ado, let's just get right into it. Take a look at some of the stuff that we got sent. We're gonna take a look at Silver Samurai in just a little bit. Let's go back a little and discuss some of the characters that we already know. First being Omega Red and the dev notes that we got. And of course, all these videos, all this information provided was part of the, I guess, I don't know if it ever got renamed to the Boundless Envoy program, but I think the last I've heard was the Fox Next Envoy program. I don't even know if it's a Scopely Envoy program, but that's what it was provided for. So enough with the disclaimers. This is what was said. As far as the summary, Omega Red, first controller that used a new trauma effect, which prevents negative effects from being removed or flipped. All of his attacks steal health and redistribute to himself, and Omega Red provides extra power and bonuses with Weapon X team. Best T4s for Omega Red Skirmisher because of his high focus. He's going to be able to get vulnerables, and Striker is a very good basic. He's able to redistribute health, redistribute to health, all the health with his ISO 8 bonus attack. So that is what he does. And now if you're wondering what is his mini unique, it is going to be, as many of you guessed, Superior Carbonadium. Now, Lady Deathstrike, we learned about her kit last week as well in the Strike Time. It's not a Strike Time episode. It was the blog post on the official Marvel Strike Force website. And what is her value proposition? She's a brawler that gains a lot of bonuses with her attacks with bleeds. And she, as far as ISO 8, her best is probably going to be that skirmisher tag. So let's go take a look at some of her stats real quick before we jump into Silver Samurai, the new one. Let's take a look at some of the ISO 8 recommendations. And yes, if I don't remember if I said it, but Adamantium is her mini unique. And let's take a look at what her T4s do. On dropping below 60%, actually, let's switch it to this screen here. On dropping below 60%, gaining 2 evades, lowering resistance by 50% for all enemies with bleeds. That is her passive. I think, yeah, this is good. Gaining 2 evades instead of that 1 evade, lowering resistance by enemies with bleeds. I think this is a very good passive. Decent T4. The rest, I think, are skippable. Rebound chain to 4 adjacent targets looks good instead of 3. Applying 2 bleed instead of 1. The thing about this one, has a long cooldown, not available on turn 1, so I think you can skip this unless you're planning to use Lady Deathstrike in the tech sections of the Doom Raid. As far as just what they could do on offense, I think you could skip it, at least for the time being, until there's a little more first-hand testing done on this. As far as the T4 for her, I believe this is her special. Now, this is a lower cooldown move. You're using this more often, potentially even multiple times in a war battle. Definitely multiple times in raid. So I think raid a lot of these T4s if you're going to end up using this character in raid. If she is viable in raid, you could do this one. 40% extra piercing to primary and adjacent targets, 2 bleeds to the primary target, to each target, excuse me. And then the basic, looks like a pretty good basic, but again, a lot of these, I don't know if you need them unless you're using her on a raid team. 40% piercing on all attacks. And if the primary target has bleed, applying defense down. So that's a good one. And her stats there, her speed is 127. So not as actually, that's decent speed. All right, and her damage is decent, 30,000 damage. This is a big damage. Decent health pool. Wasn't expecting it to be that big, but let's move on to the character that we do not know about, Silver Samurai. And if you're wondering what his mini unique is, it is Superior Titanium Alloy. So the 3 mini uniques we're gonna need: Carbonadium, Adamantium, and Titanium Alloy is what we're gonna need for Silver Samurai. And if we take a look at his tags: Villain, Global, Mutant, Protector, Weapon X. He has that honorable tag right here. Looks to be the limited time trait for whatever the event character is gonna be. Could be Silver Samurai, could be Lady Deathstrike. He also has that war ready tag. And as far as the war changes, ISO 8 green level 4 and above is going to make a character war ready, which is going to give him certain bonuses based on which rooms are still up. But this is his passive here, the Way of the Blade. Get ready for a wall of text, guys. There's a lot that this thing does. On turn, he's gaining 1 charge up to a maximum of 5. And on turn, if this character has charge, is not stunned, and has any negative effects, remove 1 negative effect on his character for each charge, and 1 charge negative effect cleared. So seems like it's a 1-to-1 ratio for the charge and the negative effect cleared. Looks like it's gonna be removed, but he's getting charged in a bunch of different ways, not just on turn. On this character or any Weapon X ally's turn, barrier self for 10% of this character's max health. Reminds me of Strife with all that barrier that he could do. So Fortifier might be the class on him. Although the dev notes, I'm looking at them right now, looks like Striker feels tactical on Silver Samurai because there's high chance to assist Weapon X allies. And yeah, he has a pretty good basic that we're gonna get to in a little bit. But he's gonna do barrier for himself, barrier 10% of his character's max health. So the red stars on him will matter. The stats that you put on him will matter because that's what his barrier is based on. On attack, he's also getting charged every time he is attacked. So with his taunt, with him taking turns, he should be getting a lot of charge, which means that he could be clearing a lot of negative effects from himself. This character applies heal block for 2 turns with 500% focus on all attacks. So good. Yeah, so extra focus on each attack. That is a good thing. Heal block is also a good thing, especially facing that dirty Heroes for Hire team. More armor, Weapon X allies also gain that. More resistance, Weapon X allies also get that. Gain an extra assist chance for himself and Weapon X allies. And if he has 4 Weapon X allies or more, which pretty much is a full Weapon X team, he's going to reduce assist chance for all enemies by 25% and a few war bonuses as well. On spawn, he's fully charged, getting a maximum of 5, getting 40% piercing per charge. So a lot of extra damage if you're taking turns or in war, starting with those 5 charges, and reduce assist chance of all enemies by, instead of 25%, goes up to 100% in war. So really, really good passive. And as far as what there is, as far as the T4, this character has 4 more Weapon X allies, reduce the assist chance of all enemies by 25%. It doesn't scroll up further than that, so I don't know if it does more than that, but we will see tomorrow when it comes in game. Bushido Barrage, 4 available on turn 1, attacking the primary target, 200% piercing, applying stun. So a stun available on turn 1. Who should you stun? Who do you think is gonna be? Shang-Chi, Luke Cage, someone else, maybe Colleen Wing? Who would you charge if you're facing this Heroes for Hire team? On charge, bonus attack, primary target, 200% piercing. Gain a bonus attack for each charge. So not only is he gonna get a bonus attack for all of them, he's also gonna get removing negative effects. He's also gonna increase his damage, his counter attack chance for all of his per charge. Excuse me, he's getting assist chance. No, he's getting more piercing per charge. So he's getting more piercing and he's getting bonus attacks. This is a very strong opening move. This ultimate of his, 1000% extra focus for this attack. Characters killed by this attack cannot be revived. That is a good thing, especially against the Heroes for Hire if you're using this character. Probably not a good thing if you're facing this character though. And then attack is unavoidable, cannot be blocked. Let's move on. And as far as the T4, 40% piercing to primary target, bonus attack, primary target for each charge up to a maximum of 5 bonus attacks. So that looks like a pretty good T4 there. Let's move on to the Executioner Slice, which is his special. The T4 for this one, not very actually, it's pretty good. You're getting 3 counters, 3 deflects, and defense up for 2 turns. So pretty much this whole line of text here comes from that T4. But you're going to get a taunt. You're also getting those counter deflects and defense up. Defense up for 2 turns to self and all Weapon X allies. Barrier self and Weapon X allies for 20% of this character's max health. So there comes that barrier again. So his stats will matter. And flip counter on the primary target, attacking primary and adjacent targets for 250% piercing and applying offense down. So very, very strong move. Again, a lot of these recent characters getting a wall of text. Let's move on to his basic Tachyon Slash and what the T4 does on this one. 40% piercing to the primary target. When this character performs a counterattack assist, they apply 2 bleeds to the primary target. And what you're doing, you're transferring counter to the primary target to self. So stealing it, absorbing that counter, attacking the primary target for that 250% piercing, gaining 1 counter up to a maximum of 5. And this gains 300% extra focus. And when he performs a counterattack or assist, he's also applying that bleed. That comes from the T4. So this character looking strong. This team is looking very, very strong. Big question is, are they going to have use outside of war? And are you going to prefer to use this team in war offense or war defense? We've got footage of all of them coming up, guys. But his health looking very strong. His damage is looking decent. He's got some good armor, his focus, and his speed is 100. So not a slow character, Not a fast character, kind of right in the middle. Let's talk about some reworks before we go to the footage though, because not only did we get these new characters, we get some characters with reworks. And as far as the value proposition for Silver Samurai, all of his attacks deal piercing, even more bonus damage based on his charge stacks. And he has several mechanics that works off his charge mechanics. Manage his charge to fuel damage for survival and damage. That's the key to mastering him. Striker is what they're recommending. Obviously, we'll need more tests, but let's talk about some updates to some characters. Wolverine, huge stat increase. Health going up by 23%. Base damage, 45%. Base armor, 500%. Focus, 32%. Resist, 140%. And speed is increasing by 23%. So cool to see that. These are all his old ones. Let's take a look at his new kit. He is going for 240% piercing, applying 2 bleeds on crit instead of just 1. And in ward, he's getting speed up here. So not a huge difference to the basic there. All right, so for the new, he's attacking primary target for his special for 400% piercing, applying 2 bleeds. Rebound chaining to 5 targets for 120% piercing, applying 2 bleeds. All secondary attacks have a 100% chance to crit. Cannot be countered, cannot be blocked. All right, so the ultimate, the Berserker. So that goes up. This is a very weak attack. 150% piercing goes with the 400% piercing. So Wolverine's getting a little stronger, not as debilitating if you get a high red star pull on this character. His ultimate, if this character's max health is below 50%, he's going to gain offense up. And I don't believe there's anything about their previous. Yeah, he's just getting a high damage number there. He's going to get offense up. If red, Omega Red or Colossus are an ally, always gaining offense up and clearing death proof from the primary target. So that doesn't even have to drop below if you have certain allies on your team. And then you're attacking the primary target. 800% piercing, 2 bleeds, unavoidable, cannot be blocked. That is that is a big change. That is a big change. Instead of having to have Colossus as an ally, he still works even if Colossus is an ally. And then his healing factor on dropping below 60% health, a new part of this healing factor. He's gaining offense up and 2 death proof. So nice. He's getting a little stronger. On death, 5% chance to revive with 50% of his character's max health. So what the devs said is they wanted this to feel like a jackpot and not just have him revive all the time. So that's why it's only 5%. At least one ally, if at least one ally is X-Men, gaining an additional 5% chance to revive. So not gonna happen on a full Weapon X team, but should happen on some other teams that you might have Wolverine on. If at least one ally is Weapon X, gaining a 5% chance. Oh, well, it does that there. It's redundant there. So both of these there. While under 50% health, gaining 100% block chance. So blocking, giving him more survivability. And 5% speed per uncanny or Weapon X ally. This is applied after any character is taken, so it doesn't affect his base stats. He does have his base stats that are affected by this change here, but kind of like that Black Widow speed up thing, it's going to happen after his first turn, so not available on turn 1. Character 2, Sabretooth. He's got some huge stat increases. Health went up by 53%. Damage increased by 56%. Armor increasing by 140%. Focus 33%. Resist 140%. And speed by 15%. All right, let's take a look at his new kit here. Attacking the primary target at 340% damage. I think he had that on his previous ultimate. Yes, that's pretty much all he did there. But now he's going to flip defense up. And in war, he's getting a few extra bonuses as well. Applying offense up to the primary target. Gains 500% extra focus. Most of these things in bold are going to be the changes here. So let's just move this up a little bit more here. So you can see the rest of them. Thrash. You're attacking primary target 460% damage. You're also getting 80% piercing plus applying offense down. Attacking all adjacent targets 320% damage, but also getting that offense down. If Omega Red and his ally does another 80% extra piercing to each target, cannot be blocked. Blood Rush is his ultimate. He's doing an attack for 380% damage. Rebound chain instead of a normal chain. 5 to 6 targets, 330% damage. If Omega Red is an ally, apply disrupt to each hero protector with 1,000 extra focus. That is good. That's like a big F you to Luke Cage. I kind of like that one. Attacking this attack cannot be blocked or counterattacked. And his passive looking strong here on turn. 15% of his character's max health. That's what he had before the new stuff. When his character drops below 60% health, gain 2 death proof and 2 deflect. Gain 5% damage per Brotherhood, Mutant, or Weapon X ally. If Mr. Sinister or Omega Red is an ally, 20% crit chance on war on spawn if Wolverine is present. Fill the speed bar by 20%, and he keeps his chance to assist on non-attack abilities and his Marauders bonuses. But let's go take a look at some of the footage, some quick videos here. Let's take a look at the big one. Heroes for Hire versus Weapon X on war. Let's take a look at this footage and see how they do. This team is looking visually looking nice. Death Strike, Silver Samurai, Omega Red. We've already had Wolverine and Sabretooth in the game there. All right, an opening turn. It looks like the big target for Omega Red. Shang-Chi still has his charges. Going down to lots of heal blocks all around. Offense down all around. And it should kind of save some of that opening turn attack from this Weapon X team. There goes Sabretooth. Still has all the charges. There goes Wolverine. He still has all the charges. Still want to see that big move from Silver Samurai. Oh, it did not kill him. Did not get the one-shot kill. Let's see if Death Strike can do that. Not yet. Not yet. That does remove one of the charges, though. One of the charges is gone. He gets his health back. And, oh, both of the charges is gone. Actually, remove two of the charges. I like that. He has ability blocked. He is going to die soon, which means that they're stomping this team. This Weapon X team is walking over the Heroes for Hire team. Yeah. Should be dead. Should be dead already. Yeah. We got that new trauma effect right there. The opposite of Safeguard. Right? Yeah. Walking through these guys. Walking through them. And of course, these guys are probably at equal power. We're going to go look at one more match versus the Infinity Watch before we take a look at how these guys actually perform on war defense. Kind of counterintuitive to some of the thinking here. But yeah, they're just smashing. Iron Fist is dead. Misty's about to die. She's got to lose one of her charges. Oh, there she goes. Cannot be done. Yes, and that's pretty much it. We're at this point, you could hit this on fully auto. Saving Luke Cage for last. Has that disrupted. Doesn't really need him to he's not gonna really taunt because he has that disrupted there. Still have both of the charges on Colleen Wing. Gonna take a little bit longer to kill her, but I think this battle is pretty much done. Like I said, pretty much auto territory this time. So let's skip ahead and see how they perform against Infinity Watch. Now, the notes from the dev said they should be able to stomp Heroes for Hire even easier than Infinity Watch. Infinity Watch is going to be a little trickier of a battle, but yeah, this is pretty much one. So let's just move on to the next part of the footage here, which is the Infinity Watch. And in just a little bit, we're going to take a look at these guys on war defense, see if that is an option for you. As you may remember, the Sinister Six with Doc Ock has the option to go on offense or defense. This other team, the Wave 1 Avengers that was released around that time, also had the option to go on offense or defense. So let's see if these guys truly have that option or if these guys are going to stick on war offense. I think most alliances are going to use these guys on offense, but see if these guys, how they do against Heroes for Hire. Still a little bit more time in this battle. This is a little longer battle, but as soon as we could take out, actually going after Adam Warlock in the beginning, I don't know if that's the best move. Normally when I fight the Infinity Watch, I take out Moondragon, I take out Phylavel, and they can perform. Oh, they got the cocoon from Adam Warlock. Let's skip ahead on this a little bit there just to see what happens. And we have some death proofs there. Oh, they're still going after Adam Warlock. Not going after Nebula first. Not going after Moondragon first. Not going after Phylavel first. So I don't know if this is a true test of a war battle just because of the gameplay here. I don't even know if we need to watch that. We're going after Adam Warlock. I don't know how many times he's died. Nice animation from Silver Samurai. I like that. I like what they've done with that. Let's continue with this though. Boom. Look. They end up winning them. They beat them. It's a little trickier. We'll take a look at it a little more in detail in just a little bit, but I do want to see how they do on war defense. This is against the Black Order. Are they going to smash the Black Order? Are they going to survive, or is Black Order going to smash them? How do these guys perform? That is the question. Let's take a look at it. And Thanos does his opening move, starting on Death Strike, getting that adjacent target damage to Sabretooth and Omega Red. We have that Omega Red, or we have that Cull Obsidian. Thanos does the flip a little early. I don't remember off the top of my head if there's going to be another move, like something that Emma would do, or their adjacent Thanos when you're doing a battle with the Emma Marauders or a mirror match with the Black Order. But the flip comes early from Thanos. And is that a mistake? We'll see. We'll see. This is a very strong team. Can they remove some of these negative charges? Silver Samurai has all 5 charges, so a lot of these negative effects should be coming off of him as soon as he takes a turn, but he does have that 100 speed, so a little slower than some of these characters. There is a turn from him, and he actually looked like a counterattack. I think he removed some of those charges. No, he's just getting an assist. That's all his assist that's doing the work. Cull is going down very, very soon. Corvus is already down. Just the 3 big threats of Thanos, Maw, and oh, look at that. This is going to be a tougher team to beat on defense. I think Infinity Watch can stomp over these guys, but if you put these guys on defense, then you have to make a choice. Do you use your Infinity Watch on Heroes for Hire, or do you use them on this weapon X? I'll let you guys make the decision, but it looks like these guys are going to hold up on War defense. They're going after Proxima. Proxima's going to go down very soon. Where does Proxima go? Not yet. Not yet. Oh, there goes Proxima. Looks like it's just a matter of time for Maw. And as we close out this battle, guys, let me know your thoughts on this Heroes for Hire team. Let me know if you're going to invest in this team. I will see you guys next time. Give me that Hulk fist bump before you go, and have a great rest of your day, guys. ValleyFlyin out.